Test review for problem solving with percents. So the first part is simple interest. Lisa borrowed $250 to buy a used iPad. She agrees to pay back the total amount of the iPad at 3% interest for one. She's paying back the loan. If Lisa takes 1 year to pay back the loan, what will the total she be? She pays back B. So we need to remember the formula to help us determine the total. So we have the amount borrowed. The amount borrowed is $250 plus my 3 years times the percentage is 0.03 times 250. That's going to give me my total. So the first thing that we need to do to solve this is to do my 0.03 times 250, which is $7.50 times 3, and bringing everything else down. Now we need to multiply the 750 times 3. That's going to be 250 plus 2250, which is going to give me a total of $272.50. Kenny borrowed $4,000 to purchase a used car. He agrees to pay 1.5% interest for 4 years. What is the total amount Kenny will pay? So again, we have the amount borrowed, which is $4,000, plus 4 years times 1.5% as a decimal is 0.015. 0.015 times 4,000. So again, we need to multiply what's in the parentheses, 0.015 times 4,000. Is $60. Now we need to do 4 times 60, which is 240, and then we add it to the total. And that's $4,240. So that is how we do simple interest. Next part is our sales, discounts, tip, and commission. So Kara earns a base pay. Remember, we need to do part, whole, percent, 100. Kara earns a base pay of $1,800 per month at a car dealership, plus a commission of 6% on her sales. What is Kara's total earnings in a month when she sells $40,000 worth of merchandise? So my part is unknown over 40,000 equals my percent over 100. So then we cross multiply. 40,000 times 6 is 240,000. And then x times 100 is 100x. Divide both sides by 100. And I get $2,400. And this represents how much money she makes in commission. But this wants to know what is her total earnings in a month. And we know her base pay is $1,800 a month. So $1,800 plus my $2,400 commission gives me $4,200 for the month. Robbie buys a coat for $86.40. How much did Robbie spend if his sales tax is 7%? So my part over my whole equals 7% over 100. $86.40 times 7 is $604.80 equals 100 times x is 100x. Divide everything by 100, and I have 6048 equals x. This is your sales tax. And we need to add our sales tax, which we can round this to 605. We need to add our sales tax into how much the coat was. So I have $86.40 plus $92,046.05. $92.45 is your total. Alright, Academy is having an end of the season clearance on all hunting gear and supplies. If they have an automatic deer feeder for $42 and the feeder is 35% off, I want to know the sale price of the feeder before taxes. So we don't have to do anything with taxes. So I have my part over my whole equals 35 over 100. 42 times 35 is 1,470, and 100 times x is 100x. Divide by 100, and I have 1470 equals x. Now this is the amount of money off the item. This is not how much you're paying. So we need to do $42 minus 1470. And that gives me a price of $27.30. Last year, the WJH team softball team raised $1,200 for new equipment. This is 4% less than what they raised last year. How much did the team raise this year? So we have my part over my whole equals 4 over 100. This amount is going to be 4% less than last year. So I have 1,200 times 4, that's $4,800, equals 100 times x is 100x, divide by 100. That gives me $48. Now this $48 is the 4% less, okay? This is what we need to add to the $1,200. So 1,200 plus 48 means last year they sold $1,248 worth of merchandise. Alright, simple interest. Sorry, I had that page twice. Alright, a video game regularly costs $50, but is now on sale for $32.50. What is percent of the regular price discounted? So my part is my $32.50 over my original price of $50. And now I don't know my percent, so I'm going to put that over 100. So 50 times x is 50x equals $32.50 times 100. It's going to be 3,250. Divide both sides by 50, and it was 65% off. Jasmine sells beaded jewelry. She calculates the price at which she sells jewelry by adding a percent markup to the amount it costs to make her the jewelry. Complete the following table, record the money amounts to the nearest cent. So if it costs her $7.69 at a 40% markup, we want to know the selling price. So we need to find out what 40% of this number is. So I have my part over my whole equals 40% over 100. 769 times 40 is 30760 equals x times 100 is 100x. Divide by 100, and we get $3.08 equals X. Now I gotta add this price on to my $7.69. And that gives me $10.77 as my selling price. So this is my part, $8.66, over my whole, which is the whole price, $12.56, equals X over 100. That gives me 12.56 X equals 866 times 100 is 866 divided by 12.56. And that gives me a 68.9, so we're going to round that to 69% markup. Alright, now we have our percent change and our percent error. Okay, Dennis, remember, we're going to reference back to this sheet. Percent increase is the amount of increase over the original amount. The percent decrease is the amount of decrease over the original amount. And the percent error is the difference over the actual value. Remember, difference is estimated minus the actual. So we're going to reference back to this as we need. Dennis wants to buy a card for his wife. He calculates for the card to be $4.50, but it was actually $4. What is the percent error? So if we look at percent error, we want the estimated minus the actual. So we have $4.50 minus 4 over the actual value. So that's 0.50 over 4. And when we divide that, we get 0.125, but we need that as a percent, so I need to go 2 places to the right, so that's 12.5% error. Elena's math class had 24 students yesterday. She miscounted the class total and recorded it with 20 students. What is her percent error? So again, estimated minus the actual over the actual. So it's going to give me 4 over 20. 4 divided by 20 is 0.2. Again, that needs to be a percent, so we need to move 2 places to the right. That gives me 20% error. In her last basketball game, Chloe scored 8 points. Today, she has a personal best of 15 points. Calculate the percent of change. So this is going to be a percent of increase because she went from 8 to 15. So we need to do 15 minus 8 over the original amount, which was 8. 15 minus 8 is 7 over 8. 7 divided by 8 is 0.875. Again, it needs to be percent, so we go 2 places to the right, and that gives me 87.5% increase. Liam's grocery bill was $105. This week it was $85. Calculate the percent of change. Round your answer to the nearest hundred. So we want the amount of increase or the amount of decrease. So we went from 105 to 85. And then we need to put the original amount, which was 105. 105 minus 85 is 20. And we have 105 as my denominator. Now we divide. 20 divided by 105 is 0.1904. We go 2 places to the right, and that's about a 19% decrease in our grocery bill. And that is your review for your test.